only do we mine Bitcoin, but we mine things like Kaspa.
If you're already mining Bitcoins, why did you just purchase more Bitcoins?
Oh, wow. Okay. Kaspa is
It's a proof of work coin.
Got
It's
it.
one of the up and coming coins.
Got it.
Yeah, people ask us, well, why are you mining Kaspa? What the hell is that? You're a Bitcoin miner. Well,
Internet speed crypto. Internet speed proof of work. So you keep the same ethos, the same principles of Bitcoin, the Nakamoto system, proof of work, blocks, transactions, all the things you're familiar with. And
Okay, well then maybe Bitcoin isn't digital currency at all.
Hello everyone, welcome again to the channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos and welcome in today's episode. Now before we go ahead, make sure to hit the like, make sure to subscribe to this channel. It really helps spread the word about Kaspa to as many people as possible. We are starting to see the signs and symptoms of Kaspa's outbreak. People are starting to notice Kaspa. Kaspa is being talked about by the people that never used to talk about Kaspa. And this is a good thing because we are seeing more people getting exposed to Kaspa. So I'll leave the clips of these people with big audiences, some big influencers in the crypto industry that have been talking about Kaspa lately. And some people may think that Kaspa is maybe paying somebody in order to talk about this project, but just remind you, Kaspa was fairly launched, no pre-mines, no marketing team. The community has been doing all the marketing, and actually the community has been doing a really, really good job. So this is a big advantage to Kaspa because more eyes on Kaspa, that means more adoption on Kaspa. And the more people learn about Kaspa, the more people start to believe in Kaspa. That really facilitates adoption of Kaspa. And that also leads to the increase in value of Kaspa. And just remind you, this is happening organically. You might think that maybe somebody is sending money for these people to talk about Kaspa. Nobody is paying for any promotion. Nobody is going to pay someone in order to talk about Kaspa. And nobody is going to get paid for talking about Kaspa. The people that talk about Kaspa are the people that believe in Kaspa. The people that know the value and what Kaspa is set to achieve. So I just decided to collect the videos and the clips that were shared by most of the Kaspa community members and put them together in order to show you how Kaspa is now getting the most attention. And this is happening when the price of Kaspa is not doing good. Kaspa is still in the red, but people are now coming out and saying, look at Kaspa. Pay attention to Kaspa. This is a very, very good sign. And I still believe once Kaspa's price starts to look good, because most people are driven by the green candles. Most of the people, when they see something pumping, they just want to jump on the train. And once Kaspa starts to go back to its levels, you're going to see a lot of people now come out. People are now interested in Kaspa, even though the market is not actually doing good. And that's a very, very good sign.
Cult is just a word we use to kind of filter a complicated idea into a single word. And that idea is the way XRP people were, the way Cardano people were, the way Link people were, the way Kaspa people were. It's those like crazy people, you know, and everybody's super passionate about it.
Yeah.
You actually want that in a coin. That's like one of the top 5 factors that make the coin be a success.
Kaspa. I'm going to go in our intelligence system because I know we just added Kaspa risk model. It's at a 15. So emerging asset theory is helpful on charts like this. It's basically statistical modeling of market cycles. And it's helpful because like when you compare something like Kaspa to Cardano even, there's just way more data to like try and evaluate, okay, well, risk is here. What does that mean contextually with these cycles? And like, is risk really looking good here? But for Kaspa, that emerging asset theory is helpful because we're able to put together a general risk model. And you can see it's at a stinking 15 right now. And really, I genuinely think this, like altcoins like Kaspa, if we go back to the crypto chart, the business cycle does start expanding. Again, I don't know when it's going to happen, but if it's sooner than later or whenever, I think we're going to see charts like this. We're going to be like, dude, right at the precipice of QT ending and right at the precipice of PMI expansion, more rate cuts, Clarity Act, peak fear happening, Kaspa was at a 15. We could go to 5. This might reach a 5 in the coming weeks. Like we could keep falling. I'm talking macro right now. But with all of that data, the risk is getting lower for these altcoins, and Kaspa is at a 15. So 68% of the time after 3 months higher, and 100% of the time after 1 year higher. And then what happens? If it's at a 15 right now, 4 cents, what does the upside look like? We enter a bull. What price is Kaspa going to be at 94 at risk? You know, that's what's crazy.
That being said, though, not every asset plays by those rules. If you rely solely on macro sentiment indicators, you'll miss opportunities hiding in plain sight. Just look at Kaspa, which delivered a 700x return back during the 2022 to 2023 bear market. It completely defied the broader cycle, a reminder that strong fundamentals, an engaged community, and specific catalysts can override macro sentiment entirely. So here's the ultimate lesson. Context is king.
And after reading Kaspa's vlogs, I realized like computation does not need to be on chain. Completely unnecessary, and it's the wrong model. So what Kaspa basically did is it showed me, it made ICP's strength turn into a massive weakness. Kaspa basically made the exact feature that made me invest in internet computer seem obsolete and stupid. Thanks to Kaspa vlogs. I didn't expect it. And this is why I said I felt stupid when I realized what Kaspa vlogs was about.
They asked him, like, how'd you make all your money? And he talked about, you know, his .com startup. Well, what do you do now? It's like, I put it in bonds. He goes, why would I do that? Because it's the simplest thing to do. I get a guaranteed yield. So why would I put it into like the stock market like that? I mean, he does that, but that's the majority of what he does because he's super rich. And I think the super rich people and the people that can really sway, they're going to probably look into Bitcoin first. And then they're probably going to get into something down the line, whether that be Ethereum, or that be Solana, or that be Kaspa, or that be Kaspa, or that be Kaspa, or that be Kaspa, or that.
Just look at Kaspa, which delivered a 700x return back during the 2022 to 2023 bear market.
The way Kaspa people were, it's those like crazy people, you know, and everybody's super passionate about it.
Yeah.
You actually won that in a coin. That's like one of the top 5 factors that make the coin be a success.
Simple. Proof of work. Proof of work, exactly. Bitcoin was built using the proof of work consensus algorithm, right? So in order to earn the mining rewards, miners had to solve a very complicated mathematical problem. And when they did, and they proved that they did the work, they got rewarded and the block was mined, right? So the next narrative is actually proof of work. And for a long time, the reason why proof of work was actually out of favor is because it was slow and it was expensive and you needed very, very, very complicated mining equipment. Well, now proof of work is not slow and it's not limited in what you can do. And the reason why that is because of a couple of very, very, very big developments. So the first big development is Kaspa. What is Kaspa? Kaspa is a proof of work token, but it has a new kind of technology called a block DAG, which means that, I mean, I'll make it very, very simple for you. Instead of blocks being mined in a straight line, so one block, then another block, then another block, then another block, what it does is it mines them in a DAG, which is a directed acyclic graph, which means that there's a lot of blocks. Let me see if they've got any like visuals here of how that, here we go. You can see a great visual here of how this works. So this is a block DAG visualizer, but you see the blocks aren't linear in a straight line. There's multiple blocks. And so with this, you can get much faster transactions, which means that if Bitcoin is the gold, and gold is something that you're supposed to keep in your bottom drawer or in your teeth or wherever you keep your gold. I don't know where you keep your gold, but you're not supposed to trade it a lot. You're supposed to have it as a store of value. Kaspa, which actually means silver, by the way, Kaspa is supposed to be money. It's proof of work money because it's very, very, very fast transactions. And I'm going to be honest here, and I know that the maxis are going to hate me for it, but I would say that since the launch of Bitcoin, Kaspa is the most impressive piece of technology that I've actually seen, to be honest. Their founder, one of their founders is someone who is, I mean, people think that he may have been related to Satoshi. I'm not going to go down any conspiracy theories, but suffice to say, this is one of the smartest guys in blockchain ever. And this is one of the smartest pieces of technology in blockchain ever.